Welcome back, family travelers. We're so glad you're here. Today, we're talking about what to do when your vacation plans go awry.
If you're not new to us, you've probably seen rain a time or two in our videos because it tends to follow us wherever we go.
Tokyo, downtown Chicago, here.
Legit stranded.
We gotta go.
Y'all, this escalated quickly. Whew. That one over there might be hitting us soon though.
If you are new to us, we are Family on Standby and we do parenting through travel.
And that's all about flexibility and teaching your kids to be adaptable no matter the situation. Part of the problem is we fly standby, so we don't get to plan anything. With just a couple like Google searches before we hop on the plane, and then sometimes the weather doesn't cooperate, sometimes the flights don't cooperate,
Yep.
Sometimes we don't get the right hotel.
So essentially, a lot of our parenting style, as it is pretty much flexibility because we do everything last minute. We always have to be off our schedules, and it's not as scary as it sounds. We found that if you kind of get your kids used to it when they're young, they're much easier to adapt. So start your kids off young. We had this whole plan about what we were going to show you today, and it was basically the place we go to everywhere we go. It's a park, and if you can find like a water park or a splash pad on top of that, the better. That was our plan. It rained. As that did not happen because the weather kind of changed on us, we instead had kind of a day of seeing what you can do when your plans change.
So we started off the morning, we're gonna go to the park. And then when we get there, it just starts raining cats and dogs.
Where's dancing in the rain, huh?
We're not giving up.
We're gonna keep finding that pool, huh?
Yeah.
The place was called Parque Norte, and big, huge park. There was lots of green space, but the cherry on top was that it had just the most amazing pool, splash, water park area.
So we thought, okay, well, we may as well wait it out because it's not gonna last all day.
Can we go to the pool now? When is this gonna stop raining?
So she wanted to go swimming, and the lifeguards came over and said, no dice, there's no swimming today.
Not today, folks.
So we got to tell a very excited 3-year-old that she doesn't get to go swimming. That's a no-go. Womp womp. But we do have a hotel pool.
I didn't get to go to outside pool either.
She didn't get to go to the hotel pool either.
Are you ready?
Yep, this way. No.
Did it close?
Yeah.
That means we can't go swimming.
Well, we'll figure something out, honey.
Olivia's back.
How'd you feel, honey, when you saw the door was locked?
Sad.
Yeah, because you wanted to go to the pool?
Yeah, I want a break. Today I didn't go to a pool.
Olivia,
What?
did the day turn out pretty good even though it rained?
Yeah.
We went to the most local place for lunch. Super kid friendly.
It's awesome.
The waiters were just the best. We ordered 1 glass of wine each, and the guy just kept like coming and topping it off without even us requesting or asking for
So
more
awesome.
wine. Yeah, he just kept topping it off and kind of like walking away giggling. It was just so funny.
Didn't speak a word of English.
No, not at all. So when we travel, we try to find local restaurants that also have kid-friendly menu items. So we do a little bit of research up front, just, you know, a quick Google search really, and just find things that look like they have things that kids might like. So it's within their comfort zones, but you're also getting kind of the local experience. The one thing you have to keep in mind though, a lot of those local restaurants, they don't speak English. So maybe try to learn like a few key phrases. Please, thank you, leche.
Leche. Más vino, por favor.
I like the chocolate milk.
And what did they put in your milk?
A spoon.
They put a little spoon in Olivia's
Wasn't
milk,
that funny?
and she thought it was the best thing she'd ever seen in her life.
And this is the best milk ever.
How's your milk, Livy?
Good.
Does it taste even better with a spoon?
Why did my milk go if my spoon is still stiff?
Is that silly?
That was with this and there's a handle in my milk.
So silly.
One of the other big things that we do whenever we go out is we try to find like relatable dishes. So like we have this, it was a chicken parmesan on steroids. It was delicious. It was
Yeah.
like a schnitzel with like ham and then cheese. We also had,
Giant.
oh my god, it was like an elephant ear.
Yeah.
It was big. How big was it?
So big.
It was a octopus.
It was like an octopus big.
We also had like a big grilled cheese, and I'm not talking about like a grilled cheese sandwich. I'm talking about like literally just a hunk of cheese.
So not only did they serve us a big old piece of cheese, but then they gave us Parmesan to
put on
sprinkle
top
on
of
top.
the
It was
cheese.
cheese on cheese.
Like y'all got any more of that cheese?
Cheese on cheese.
Cheese on cheese?
What's that?
That is a big pile of cheese. You like it?
Winner, winner, chicken dinner. Kind of like a food baby in here.
So it sounds like it could be a bad thing, it being loud, but actually for us it's a good thing.
Yeah, absolutely.
Because that means if Everett starts crying a little bit, or, you know, this one gets a little disruptive,
Have we ever seen that? She's never been disruptive.
then it doesn't bother people because it's already, you know, a little bit of noise in there.
Right.
So those types of places are actually pretty good. And it'll tell you on most like Yelp and stuff, like if it's a generally quiet place or if there's a little bit of noise. So we're gonna just check that right before we go, just to make sure it's like a kid-friendly place.
Go to kid-friendly loud places
Yeah.
that have bottomless wine.
And
Check, check, check.
there you go.
And we ate ice cream.
But let's talk about dinner first. What did we have?
Bananas.
Empanadas.
Because you have to have empanadas when you come here.
Oh, they were so good. Now, okay, this is gonna sound like a terrible comment, but the beef one was amazing, and it tasted exactly like a Taco Bell quesadilla.
And then they also made these amazing, like cast iron, I think they were called cazuelas? Is that the
Yeah,
word for it?
I'm so
Not
hungry.
100% sure if we're saying that right, but
I think it's
cazuelas. And it's basically just like,
A delightful casserole.
yeah, there's like a casserole a ton of different options. We went with like the shepherd's pie version.
It has mashed potatoes, and Everett can eat mashed potatoes,
Yeah.
so that's why we chose
It
it.
had mashed potatoes, and then it had like this stew of like steak.
Steak and tomato.
So good, so good, and it's huge. So if you go to this place, which we can link below where we went to
Yeah.
the different places we went today, but this place was awesome because first of all, when we get there, just a pile of crayons on the table and
Right.
paper was the tablecloth. So it was set up for kids.
Like as a default, they didn't even do that. It was just there. So I don't know if like adults just generally play.
One thing we have to talk about. Okay, so the other dish we got was a gnocchi with like a tomato sauce, which fantastic. It had like a little burnt cheese on top. So that's super kid friendly. But the interesting thing that we found out here, apparently they have in Argentina a gnocchi day on the 29th of every month or a random Sunday. It might be like a Sunday around the 29th.
And it's like amazing. We participated because we can't not.
course.
So it's the 29th, and therefore we had gnocchi. So the cool thing about it is like apparently the payday used to be on the 1st, right?
Of the month,
First of the month. And so at the end of the month, everything was like, you know, money was tight, and all you had left in your cabinet was potatoes and flour, so you make gnocchi. But here, like, everywhere has gnocchi on special, or some places only serve gnocchi, so we had that. And
Yeah.
it was like Sunday roast in England.
Yeah, similar. And it's like, even if you're not going to a restaurant and you're just making it at home, it's like a time where like family and friends will just eat it together. So it's super cool. Like I love the concept of it.
Right?
So, you know, we had to do it.
All right. The best part of the night, though, right? Coming up.
Okay, what was it? What was your favorite part of the night?
Ice cream.
We found this place. It was called Fredo, and it's one of the most popular ice cream places in the city.
So hot right now.
Yeah, so they have a few locations, but we found it, and we were told that it had fantastic ice cream, so there was one right around the corner from where we ate our dinner. Had to go.
What'd you have?
I had the strawberry and it was good and I ate all of it.
You ate all of it. And was it a cool ice cream cone? Was it like really tall?
Uh-huh.
Yeah.
You want chocolate, vanilla, strawberry?
Strawberry.
You want strawberry? Yeah. Yep. Let's see. The dulce de leche doble.
You thought it was so funny when it came out, didn't you?
Yeah. And because it was like a sea monster.
You have been watching way too much Pirates of the Caribbean, I think.
We ordered some dulce de leche.
Well, Everett told us to.
Yeah,
Let's be clear.
I mean, Mr. Everett was, he didn't want to miss out.
He ate more ice cream than probably an infant should. I think he likes it. It's just a little chilly.
Taking too long.
Because Daddy doesn't get his own bite. His initial reaction is just like, I hate this. Give me more.
Ice cream always tops our list of things to do because, let's be real, it's always a hit with the kids.
Ice cream makes every day better.
Even a rainy one.
Yeah.
So it wasn't quite the day that we planned, but you know, you'll have that. Adaptability is key when you travel, especially when you fly like we do and stand by and not, you know, planning anything.
Oh, definitely.
My mommy and daddy told me when it rains, Saints close.
Things do close
Things
when it
close
rains.
when it rains.
And what do? We never give up, right?
Yeah.
We never give up.
You never give up.
You keep going. Do 2 pools. You know what? We'll make it happen tomorrow, won't we, girlie?
And you try until it does it.
Yep.
Yes.
Always.
So, life lesson of the day,
Keep trying.
never give up.
So thanks for hanging out while we talked about our day that didn't actually happen, right?
Isn't that funny?
Yeah. It was far from ideal, but we got through it and we had a blast.
Yeah.
And that's all because these kids are so flexible and so just,
Roll with the punches.
right?
And so silly.
And so
And
silly.
so
That's
silly
important too.
Yes, yes.
So important. So we hope you enjoyed. Make sure you subscribe, follow us on all the social, all that stuff. We got
Bye.
so much more to come from Buenos Aires. Hopefully some of it pans out.
I'm sure the next few days.
Something's bound to stick. And what do we say? Never give up. We never
Give
never give up.
Never give up.